Welcome back, everyone. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Docs Workspace extension for Bard, allowing us to directly access the content within a Google Doc. All right, so here I am inside of Google Bard. I went ahead and asked Bard to make up some vacation policy, and then I just copied and pasted that information into this Google Doc that I've called Acme Core Vacation Policy. So I have some information about accrual of vacation time, scheduling vacation, and then at the bottom I have some list of observed holidays, etc. Let's go ahead and see if I can get Google Bard to answer questions in reference to this document. So we'll come back here to Bard, and then I'm going to say @ and then here I'm going to specify that I'm referring to a Google Doc. And we'll say, take a look at my document called Acme Core Vacation Policy. And you should be able to do this for any of your Google Docs, just pass in the name there. And then what I'm going to say is, can you tell me what holidays we get off as a company for vacation? I'll hit enter. It's going to connect to my workspace. It's going to do a search for that Google Doc, trying to get that name match as close as possible. And then it's going to use the information inside of that text along with Gemini to answer my question. So it says I get this list of holidays here. Notice these were at the very bottom of the doc. And if I look at this and scroll all the way down, I can see the list of observed holidays and they match up here. And I can continue the conversation if I want to. For example, let's imagine I had a question about unused vacation time post a termination of an employee. So we'll say something like, if an employee is terminated, is there unused accrued vacation paid out, question mark? And so it knows that I'm referring to that Google Doc. But when you're actually interacting with Bard, note that every time you're asking a question that is referring to this, it's going to have to do that lookup and connection again. So it says, yes, if an employee is terminated, any unused accrued vacation time is paid out in the final paycheck. That is correct. If you go again to this random vacation policy here, that would, again, it's totally made up. We can see here that this happens to be, in fact, the case. But again, keep in mind that with these Google Workspace extensions, each time you use them, if you're carrying out this conversation, expect it to be a little slower than normal because it has to ping that document and then figure out the answer to your prompt or your question. Okay, so we learned a bunch about the Workspace extensions. And if we come back to extensions here, remember those Workspace extensions are going to be things like your Gmail, your Drive, and your Docs. Let's continue to explore extensions by checking out things like YouTube, hotels, flights, and maps. We'll see you at the next lecture.